September 24, 2024. Something happened in human history that will send chills down your spine if you really think about it. Two people had a conversation inside a dream. Not a metaphor, they actually talked. A company in California called RamSpace had two participants wear special devices, fall asleep, and enter a lucid dreaming state. Then, through a server, one person said a random word inside the dream, and the other person actually received it in their own dream. This is not a movie. This is a real experiment. And it gets even crazier. They also had people, while asleep, use their dreams to control a virtual Tesla. Press the pedal and the car moves. Turn the wheel and it turns. Throughout the entire process, the brain remained in REM sleep. The body lay perfectly still, but the eyes were rapidly moving beneath the eyelids. What does this mean? It means humanity is learning how to invade dreams. But here's a real question. What exactly are the dreams you have every night? Do you know? There are 8 billion people in the world. Each person experiences 4 to 6 dreams every night. But 90% of them completely disappear within 5 minutes after waking up, as if they never existed. What's even more unsettling is this. Your brain clearly records everything. It can activate all your senses, allowing you to touch, hear, and even smell inside your dreams. Yet the moment you open your eyes, it chooses to press the delete button. Why? The scientific answer is enough to give you chills. In 2024, Japan's ATR computational neuroscience laboratories made a major breakthrough. They used AI to analyze the EEG signals of sleeping subjects and were actually able to reconstruct dream content with an accuracy of 60%. You heard that right. AI can already see what you dreamt about. Researchers had participants wear EEG caps while sleeping. Once they entered REM sleep, they were woken up to report their dreams. Then, machine learning was used to match patterns in brain activity. Now, they can even predict whether your dream involves water, faces, or flying scenes. And the University of California, San Diego went even further. In 2025, they released the Dreamer IMI dataset, for the first time combining brainwave signals, verbal dream reports, and AI-generated images. 38 participants, over 31 hours of brain EEG data, 129 samples. AI not only knows what you dreamt, it can even draw it. This technology sounds incredible, but if you think about it carefully, doesn't it send a chill down your spine? One day in the future, your dreams may no longer belong only to you. But what puzzles scientists even more isn't the technology itself. It's a much older question. Do people who are blind from birth dream? Do they have images in their dreams? By conventional reasoning, someone who has never seen light should have no visual memories to draw from. Their dreams should be completely dark. But a systematic review published in Frontiers in Neuroscience in 2023 gave a surprising answer. Some people who are blind from birth report having visual-like spatial experiences in their dreams. They have never seen light, yet they see something in their dreams. Scientists call this phenomenon homeoneurria, a form of visual-like representation that forms in the brain without relying on actual visual experience. Studies show that in people blind from birth, the visual cortex is not inactive. Instead, it gets reassigned to process touch and hearing. When a blind person reads Braille, if you stimulate their visual cortex, what they feel is not light, but the sensation in their fingertips. What does this tell us? It tells us that the brain's plasticity far exceeds our imagination. You think seeing is something the eyes do, but in reality, it's something the brain does. Even more fascinating, a study on near-death experiences found that some people who are blind from birth, when clinically dead, claimed they saw their own bodies, saw tunnels, and saw light, and they had never had vision in their lives. When asked how this differed from their ordinary dreams, they said their ordinary dreams had no visual imagery, but near-death experiences did. This forces us to question, what exactly are dreams? Are they a replay of memories? Or is the brain improvising a creation? Currently, there are two mainstream scientific theories. The first suggests that dreams are the brain's simulation training system. The things you experience in dreams, being chased, falling, being late for an exam, are actually the brain rehearsing dangerous situations. Statistics show that over 70% of dreams contain anxiety, fear, or other negative emotions. From an evolutionary perspective, someone who mentally rehearses survival every night is more likely to survive in real danger. The second theory is more cold and unsettling. Dreams are just a byproduct. When the brain organizes memories at night and deletes unnecessary information, it generates large amounts of random electrical signals. The cortex doesn't know what these signals mean, so it quickly stitches together a story to explain them. That's why in a dream, one moment you're in a meeting, and the next you're riding a whale over a city. But neither theory can fully explain one thing. Why do we forget 90% of our dreams? Some researchers propose a shocking idea. Forgetting is part of the function. If you clearly remembered fighting with your boss in a dream last night, could you face them normally the next day? If dream memories weren't erased, they would mix with real memories. Eventually, you wouldn't be able to tell what actually happened and what your brain invented. Your memory system would become like a hard drive filled with junk files, and eventually crash. So forgetting dreams may be a sacrifice your brain makes to protect you. By the end of 2024, a research team at Northwestern University discovered that using smartphone apps and specific sound cues can increase the frequency of lucid dreaming by nearly 3 times. This means ordinary people can learn to control their dreams. In a lucid dream, you know you are dreaming. You can fly, walk through walls, meet anyone you want. It is the ultimate playground of human consciousness and one of the last frontiers of science. In 1865, Augustus Kekule dreamt of a snake biting its own tail and upon waking proposed the structure of benzene. The Beatles' Yesterday came to Paul McCartney in a dream. The iconic opening riff of the Rolling Stones' I Can't Get No Satisfaction was recorded by Keith Richards after he woke up in the middle of the night from a dream. Maybe dreams are not a malfunction of the brain. Maybe they are quiet gifts left for you while your brain works overtime in the night. So the next time you fall asleep, remember to tell yourself, tonight you might receive a package that cannot be described in words. Thank you for watching. See you next time.